Hello YouTube. This is the first time that I've done a live video, so I'm really excited about it. This is new. I enjoy real-time interaction, so that's what I enjoy about the live feature. So today, um, first of all, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, definitely put them in the comments. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, definitely find me, Gentleman's Avenue, it's both ways. Find me, send me a message, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you out. So recently I've read a book by Alan Flusser called Style and the Man. It's really helped me learn about personal style, how to mix patterns and textures more effectively, and dress like a man who truly knows what he's talking about and has that sartorial knowledge. And so Alan Flusser talks about dry textures and wet textures. Dry textures would be a material that has more of a, let's say, rougher texture. So the dry textures are going to be your wool, the cashmere, the linen, cotton, things like that. Wet texture, that's going to be more for your silk. I would probably even say shantung or something like that. It's mainly going to be silk. That's going to be the main differential for you. So today in my outfit, I've gone for this beautiful double-breasted jacket by Ralph Lauren. It's part of a suit. It's my favorite suit. It's wonderful. I love it. But if you'll notice in the tie is actually Holland and Cherry. It's this medallion. It's a dark purple, and we've got different colors in it. I've got the orange in the medallion, and then I've contrasted it within the color. Whenever you're wearing a pocket square, you don't want to match your pocket square exactly to your tie. For example, I see a lot of guys wear a green solid tie with a green solid matching pocket square, and that looks really, it's very juvenile. It doesn't look good at all. It's not aesthetically pleasing. If you're wearing something else, you want there to be another color. If you're wearing too much of the same color, it's just monochromatic, it can get kind of boring. A lot of guys do the monochromatic look very well and they pull it off because there's that knowledge behind it. Guys who buy the matching pocket square and tie, they don't know what they're doing, and you shouldn't listen to them because they don't come from a perspective of knowledge. So today I've worn this dark purple with this uh, lighter solid lavender. It's in the same color family, and I've mixed it because it's still a pop of color. So we've got a heavier pattern in the tie. So I contrasted it with a solid. Now I could do maybe a small polka dot or maybe a paisley or something like that, but I just wanted to keep it simple. Dressing well to a point. I mean, I think should be simple. You should be able to look at your closet and go bam, bam, bam. You're good to go, and you've got a great outfit. For me, I take a lot of time picking out my outfit because that's something that I enjoy doing. Let me show you how to mix the textures in a big boy way. I'm just going to use layman terms here in a big way. So I did say don't wear matching pattern for pattern and color for color. If you're just experimenting with wearing pocket squares and mixing textures or patterns, it can be difficult. I understand. There's even times where I look at my ties and my pocket squares and I'm thinking, what can I do here? So let me show you. So first example we're going to say is the wet texture. Now this is going to be this silk solid striped tie. Now I got this from a wonderful friend of mine, Dr. Alex Ellis. He talks about image and he's fantastic at it. Definitely go watch his videos. Dr. Alex Ellis, he's wonderful. So this is going to be the wet texture. Now I've also got this. This is a linen, and linen would be considered a dry texture because it's got a little bit of a rougher feel to it. So this is a good combination because yes, it's still the same color, but the patterns is what is important. We've got the smaller pattern with the polka dot and the larger pattern within the stripe. This doesn't fight, it blends well and it complements. This is probably the only pocket square tie combination that I would use that matches colors exactly, because I like to wear another color. Now again, this one doesn't match. It complements because it's in the same color family and it's a little bit lighter of a pocket square and a darker of a tie. So with this, I'm going to move this a little closer so you can see the wet texture of the tie, and this is the dry texture of the linen pocket square. So you can see it's got a little bit of a rougher texture. Now we're going to flip the script. I got this tie from another good friend of mine, and this is a Drake's tie. These are all handmade in England, and they are wonderful, fantastic. They're wonderful, fantastic ties. I love quality, and I just love true craftsmanship, and this is definitely a brand that does it very well. This is not paid, it's not a sponsorship or anything like that. I just love quality. So this tie, as you can see, it's all handmade, it's wool. It's got a little bit of pilling, but that's okay. This would be considered the dry texture because it's wool. It's a little rougher. This is probably something for more wearing fall and winter. For the pocket square, I've got this magenta medallion that's got a little bit of the border on the outside as well. It's a wider pocket square. Now, a lot of you guys probably wouldn't think about wearing a bold pattern or color like this, but if you're just getting into pocket squares or you've worn it for a while and the combinations that you have are probably really boring, you don't really like them or anything like that, you know what? That's okay. Wear a new color that's bold. If you're wearing say a white shirt, green tie, or maybe a dark red tie or something like that, and a navy suit or a charcoal gray or something very basic like that, I'd say in the pocket square, wear something that has a little bit more of a color because it's small, but it still makes a difference without being over the top. With this, I could wear this with this combination because we've got the larger pattern within the medallion, and we've got the dry texture within the wool. Now, again, this is going to be something that you may be uncomfortable with, and that's okay. Life is too short to be boring. Go try to be bold. Try to wear something new. Now, here's the last tip I'm going to give you. Width of pocket squares. Standard size for a pocket square is going to be around 12 to 13 by 13. And for me, that just doesn't cut it because it's so small. The pocket squares are always drooping within the pocket. It's just not a good look. I don't like having to constantly adjust my pocket square. Now, I am a perfectionist. Even if the pocket square stayed there all day, I would still probably adjust it because I want to get it just right. I want to make sure that my look and my appearance is done just right. So this pocket square stands up pretty well because it's a wider pocket square. I'm going to use this one as an example. This is definitely going to be my favorite pocket square because it's green. I love green. I buy and wear quite a lot of it, and it's great. I love green. Green is a color that allows you to stand out a little bit without it being too ostentatious or too bold or over the top. It can make a statement while still being quiet. So got this pattern. Now again, this would be considered a wet pattern because it's silk. You want a wider pocket square because the more material you have, the better it is to fill up the pocket, your chest pocket, the breast pocket, and it to stay in place. That's what you would want. Now with this is the dry texture. My parents got back from a trip to Ireland. This is a Irish wool pocket square. It's double patterned, so we've got this Prince of Wales check and this medallion on the back, and it's really great. I love it, but it's 8 by 8. It's on the smaller side, and I wish it was a little larger, but I really like it. It's a good color, but the problem with it is because it's so small, when I fold it in half, it can only have one side up. So I've either got the points or I've either got the poof. How I fold my pocket squares is I do a poof and point. So I grab it in the middle, make sure all the points are even. I do a little bit of a twist, and then I just put it into my pocket. This gives you some texture, it gives you some body, it gives your outfit a little bit of life. With this, if I tried to do that, I make this tiny itty bitty baby pocket square. I mean, this might work for like a small child or something like that, but for a grown man's best breast pocket, it's not going to work. So when you go to a department store, I would say higher end stores like Neiman's, Dillard's. I wouldn't call them high end, but they've got some good pocket squares. That's actually where I got this one, and it was great. Um, they're gonna have some wider pocket squares, and that's what you want. I would say go and measure them. If you're going for more of a TV fold, which if you don't know what a TV fold is, it's gonna be the basically just straight across like this. You put that in. For me, I don't like wearing that. That's not a look that I go for, and I don't necessarily enjoy it. If it's a smaller pocket square, I feel like that's the only fold that you can actually do and it stay up fairly well. But if you want to have some more options with your pocket squares, buy a larger one because it's going to stand up so much better. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, definitely drop them down in the comments. I'll try to put a link in talking about Drake's. Drake's is definitely going to be higher end. It's going to be more expensive, but if you can get a hand on their products, they are absolutely wonderful and they're fantastic. So go check out Drake's. Definitely go take a look at Dr. Alex Ellis's page. He's wonderful. He talks about image, and he's definitely a man you need to learn from. So guys, stay classy. Thank you so much.